I hope everybody's okay with us recording today. It is Saturday, the 26th of October. Meryl, I'm absolutely can't believe that we are at the end of the month already. Just too much to actually take in. So with today's program, I'm going to go over Oh, it's Murray! You're doing it, Murray! You're doing it. We're so proud of you. Fantastic. You can do it. You're doing it. Welcome, Murray. So we're going to start off quickly with the video that they showed us. I'm going to share now at the start of the convention. And it's called, now, why isn't it showing up on my screen, Rob? Am I going to start screaming now? Because I can't see it. We did actually practice earlier and it's not showing up. So let me just try again. I'm just going to just do this. So it's a video that is very familiar to many of us from long ago. It's from somebody called Matheus, and it's a very, very motivational video, obviously, and it's called Unbroken. All right, now I'm trying to find my Zoom again as we experiment. Murray, we're all learning together. Hello, Hermine. I'm going to just open here where it says share and try and find it. It's doing, Rob, I'm about to start screaming. Oh, yeah, I found it. Okay, no screaming for anybody today, for Monica. I am screen sharing. And I would like to know if you can see it yet on your screen. Yes, you can. Is that right?
Yeah.
So I need to get rid of some of the stuff on the side. So I'm going to do that. All right. So, Hermine, we're doing the convention today. I'm going over it. And Hermine, I wanted to start off the meeting by saying thank you so much for your interesting questions. And I think this maybe some of what we're looking at today will be and will help you on that, the answers you're looking for. Okay, we're going to watch for nearly 6 minutes a video called Unbroken.
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road will give you the confidence to follow your heart, even when it leads you off the well-worn path. And that will make all the difference. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. You've got to find what you love. And that is as true for work as it is for your lovers. Your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking and don't settle. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become.
But you're going to have some ups and you're going to have some downs. Most people give up on themselves easily. You know the human spirit is powerful. There's nothing as powerful. It's hard to kill the human spirit. Anybody can feel good when they have their health, their bills are paid, they have happy relationships. Anybody can be positive then. Anybody can have a larger vision then. Anybody can have faith under those kinds of circumstances. The real challenge of growth, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, comes when you get knocked down. It takes courage to act. Part of being hungry when you've been defeated, it takes courage to start over again. Fear kills dreams. Fear kills hope. Fear puts people in the hospital. Fear can age you, can hold you back from doing something that you know within yourself that you're capable of doing, but it will paralyze you. At the end of your feelings is nothing, but at the end of every principle is a promise. Behind your little feelings, it might not be absolutely nothing at the end of your little feelings, but behind every principle is a promise. And some of you in your life, the reason why you're not at your goal right now, because you're just all about your feelings. You're all on your feelings. You don't feel like waking up. So who does? Every day you say no to your dreams, you might be pushing your dreams back a whole 6 months, a whole year. That one single day, that one day you didn't get up could have pushed your stuff back I don't know how long. Don't allow your emotions to control you. We are emotional, but you want to begin to discipline your emotion. If you don't discipline and contain your emotions, they will use you. You're going to go all out to have it. It's not going to be easy. When you want to change, it's not easy. If it were in fact easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'll go all out. I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back. And I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration. This is what you stand for. You're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for peace of mind. You're standing up for health. Take full responsibility for your life. Accept where you are and the responsibility that you're going to take yourself where you want to go. You can decide that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last. Live your life with passion, with some drive. Decide that you're going to push yourself. The last chapter to your life has not been written yet. And it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it? Oh,
I think it's important for everybody. Don't give up. Don't give in. There's always an answer to everything.
Let me just turn it off on here. There we go. Right, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. All right, let's come back to the meeting. Hello again, everybody. Hi, and Kiama. Lovely to see you as well. Well, so from where do we go from there? So we started the convention with that incredible video, which I don't know if any of you have seen before. Murray, you might recognize it. We've seen it many times over the years, but not for quite a few years at near-life meetings. But it just set the tone for the convention. So there were about 2,000 people in the venue over at Pretoria and Mainland. And it was gripping, this with this on the big screen, and so challenging actually, and worth listening to over and over and over again. So of course I recognize it, and so I will share it out on the group for you, and I really encourage all of us to just keep watching it over and over again. Starts with the voice of Steve Jobs, and there are various other motivational speakers there. And the point about it is that we all go through challenges in life. We all get broken. We are all cracked, and the beauty of the jar stuck together again with all the wrinkles and cracks is what we are. But in that little video that came out to me now, he says we've got to make a declaration about success. And I will pick up on that as I go through what happened through the rest of the convention. So this all started about 9 in the morning. And Brandon Msonjo was our amazing master of ceremonies. And we were sitting on the left side, and you must remember that when I'm taking my little notes, and I took about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 pages of notes, it's mostly done in the dark because they're showing videos and there's lots of lights on the stage, and there was a DJ on the stage, and it was a huge loud noise and excitement. They kept the energy going high all the time. But I'll just run through quickly with you. So after they played Unbroken, then onto the stage, each country was allowed to nominate the top person from their country team to carry the flag for those countries that were there. And I'm just going to mention these countries to you because we know that Neolife is in over 55 around the world. And at our Southern African Convention, we were represented by Zambia was there with a flag. Remember, please, this is significant. Zambia doesn't even have a warehouse. Congo was there, also don't have a warehouse. Malawi was there, no warehouse. Mozambique, they've got a warehouse. Lesotho is getting all its stuff in from South Africa. Namibia, Botswana, Eswatini or Swaziland. And as an afterthought, it came through that Zimbabwe had me mentioned. Now, sitting in Rob's and my little group, we had 2 Zimbabweans there, and they were going, "Where's Zimbabwe? Where's Zimbabwe?" And it was so interesting that there were quite a few Zimbabweans sitting in front of us, and Brandon kept on pointing right at us, saying, "Come on, Zimbabwe, we're waiting for you." So Zimbabwe, we are waiting for you, and we're expecting great things to come from our group now in terms of Zimbabwe, and that's another story for another day. Then Brandon went through all the company values, the products are the best in the world, and the things we are always hear about our credibility, etc. So, and the mission, of course, is to end the trend of chronic disease. So that all gets put into the beginning of the convention. And then they brought up as a speaker Adelina Machado. Now, Adelina is a retired academic from the University of Mozambique or Maputo. I can't remember what her subject is. I think she's something in the biologies, Rob, if you can remember. I can't. And because of Adelina, as I understand it, Neolife exists as it does with a warehouse, etc., in Mozambique. We've heard of her, we've heard before, we've heard her speak before. She spoke very beautifully, quite a short speech. And she started by just saying, Neolife is life. And we change people's lives. And she gave some of the stories, and I didn't take them all down. But if you touch one life, and this is what hit me, through that one person, you can then influence 100 people or more. And we are sitting here because of Marie and Andre. And out of us, there's more than, I would say, probably 1,000 or more have been touched through the decision that those 2 made to get going in Neolife. So my suggestion is to see yourself as being something part of something much bigger, and that you can bring a lot of life to people. And she put a big emphasis on service to people. She's a Sapphire director, but which indicates she's probably got a few rubies, etc., above her. But there was a huge contingent in the venue from Mozambique. Then we had our beloved Drew speaking about leadership and levels of leadership. And I just want to emphasize one of the things that he said. I'm going fast for obvious reasons. We must remember that our marketing plan is lucrative. We need to be aware that we've got one of the best marketing plans in the world. I have sent him a message. He said that in the last 12 months, there've been 100,000 new people have joined. And I wanted to define whether that was just in Africa or worldwide. It's, in spite, if it's either or, know, Meryl, that your new lady is one of more than 100,000 coming in the year that we are going into. Because our convention really kicks off our new year. Isn't that incredible? 100,000 people. It's more than I can imagine. And they're all people who are either wanting to improve their health or wanting to make some extra money. But he kept on emphasizing that you yourself are the most important person. And that Near Life gives us the roadmap. So your roadmap is the steps we have to take, and you need to focus on your next step. So Meryl, for you, it is what they call executive manager. And he said, very, very important to set your own expectations. What do you want? What do you need to create success? So he did quite a lot on the importance of sponsoring and building volume from your customer base. So you're going to be networking and building your team, but you also need to get the selling done. And then he did the most amazing thing. Mary, I wish you could have seen this. I'm sure it's been recorded. But did you know that Drew is a very, very competent juggler? So when they were little, when he was little, the family made going to America to Disney World their biggest dream to make happen, and they made it happen. And while they were there, he saw jugglers. So he was a little boy, about 12 or something, and he got home, and for months and months and months, he got a book, and he learned to juggle, and he was doing this juggling. But what he was trying to demonstrate to us that you've got to develop the positive mindset, develop an attitude of action, develop an attitude of resilience, and make your business and life an excuse-free zone. No excuses. And so in spite of dropping the ball so many times, he mastered this. And that was incredible to see him doing that. We all have little secrets in our lives, and that was Drew's that came out on the day. Then in between the different speakers, they have recognition. And I think for me, one of the best was Charlie Bolton, who's now 82. And I can't remember why he was up on the stage, but he started dancing with they were being recognized. They were bringing people up. And in his team, he had a new Sapphire director or something, and this lady was dancing with the men, and then there was Charlie was dancing, and so you got these lovely little mind pictures of amazing people just doing ordinary things and seeing them in their joy and happiness. I have shared with you the Susan Beck video already. Please go through it. It was very professional, I thought, and clever the way they did it, and she was focusing, believe it or not, on metabolic balance. So watch this space. I know that Bob is creating videos for us on metabolic balance, which is basically our balance in our health is out because of food processing, no exercise, blah, blah, blah. We know the story. And she did a very, very good presentation there. I will send it to you in Kiama of which products can help us to get our balance back. Okay, so from Susan Beck, who is on our scientific advisory board, we then went to a woman called Mapita. I can't remember where she was from or anything, but I just wrote next to her name on my book. Love her. And she had obviously achieved something that I think she was a 78-year-old. 78! And she's a new Sapphire director. And this little lady danced across the stage. And it was just so uplifting. And words that came through was always smile, be cheerful, be humble, cultivate the habit of saying something good. Know and remember your prospects, show people respect, review your daily performance, and accept adjustments. all the things we know, but being emphasized over and over by the successful people. In between, there are recognitions going on. And at this point, it was so emotional because Rory and Nola, they showed a video of people recognizing and thanking them for 50 years, our leaders. They've been in the business for 50 years. I've never seen Rory cry, but he burst into tears on the stage, and so did Nola. And we were all crying. And it was very, very, very humbling, joyful, and experience to have experienced that with them. After lunch, we went into what I really thought was the highlight of the day. Sure, and I see we were 22 minutes, and it's not going to give me enough time. But Robin Banks spoke at the convention last year as the keynote speaker. Now, if you haven't heard of him, please look him up. He is the mind power guy, and I know Andre took you and you, Marie, and you and Andre did mind power with John Kehoe at some point. So John Kehoe is given over in South Africa to Robin Banks, and he always makes the same corny pun at the beginning that his parents misnamed him, and he doesn't rob banks. Yeah. And he comes across, so he's a South African man. He is of mixed race, and he sounds like he's got a sort of a Cape Town origin. I'm not too sure, but he is very able to get away with saying things that people of a single race can't get away with. He rips into everybody, and he can be a little bit crude. He was very, very crude on Saturday afternoon, but I understood exactly what he was trying to say to us. So change is an opportunity, and I need to look this quote that he gave from somebody called Sam Weiss. Change is an opportunity. There was so much in this convention, I can't tell you, and just that one line could be a meditation for a whole week. So he then focused as a theme from victimhood into being victorious. And he says that a victim is a person who's got an ABC. They're always accusing, blaming, and complaining. ABC is your victim mentality. Do you know anyone who fits into that category? So you can change your ways and you become the change. And to become victorious, it's also got an ABC. A is for attitude, B is for beliefs, and C is choices. Now he's talking very quickly. He's running around the stage, his high energy. I actually have to go back and try and remember. He made us all do a little dance at the beginning, and to get our own energy up and to say words according to a little rhyme he had to get us focus. What was so interesting for me was that the people sitting next to me, one had come from Durban and arrived at our house at 4 o'clock in the morning that morning. And so Lucky was very tired, and his brother had come all the way from Harare, and he was also very tired, and they were concentrating. But when Robin Banks started, their eyes were awake. But he's using techniques which bring people into the room with him. Now, a couple of little statistics from Robin Banks. When we communicate, have you got any idea what percentage of your words actually count in your communication? Like I am speaking to you now. Any idea? Well, I have to tell you, it's only 7%. So Meryl, you might still be ironing while I'm talking. I'm teasing you, Meryl. And Kiama, you might be looking at your phone while I'm talking to you. And others of you may be just thinking, oh, when is this woman going to stop droning on? But 7% is only words. So therefore, we have to become conscious that words are not the only thing when you are communicating to people. And what are we doing in our business, in our work experience, whatever we are doing, I mean, Kami, you are, and you're studying, you're learning how to communicate. We must remember that our words are only 7%. So there was a lot he said, but he got, as he was speaking, he was saying most people don't listen. And he then gave examples. He became very loving and passionate to some person in the front row. And while he's hugging them and kissing them, he's saying, I hate you. I think you're revolting. I think you're ugly. So what he was trying to illustrate to us is that we have tone, which is 38%, and 56% is body language. So, I love you with all my heart. So he did all this little role plays of the different way that you can use your body language and your tone. And so that was just a little bit of an introduction to you on what he was trying to get through to us. Because we always are hearing that word, you've got to be enthusiastic. And you're saying, what the hell is being enthusiastic? Well, he's explaining it. Words are one thing. Your tone, how you say the words, is 38%, and your body language, being able to express yourself, smile, face, and all that stuff. So what energy do you bring to your life? So then he moved his whole presentation into everything is energy. What's your energy like? And you all know how I'm an extrovert, so I get energized by other people. But introverts often don't. So we all need to know ourselves, and we need to see how we use our own energy in whatever circumstances we are in. So charge your energy for success. Everything has an energy signal. Success is energy. And he went on and on and on about how important that is. And then he then went, you are a spirit being having a human experience. Work with energy. It affects every aspect of your life. And then he used the illustration of a monkey with its hand in a pumpkin. So now, if there's a hole in a pumpkin and the monkey puts its hand in there to grab the seeds and whatever's inside the pumpkin, but the hole is too small now, the hand can't get out. The monkey just sits there, and this is how they trap primates, animals, etc. They put the little traps out. The monkey won't let go. So he was illustrating to us, the more you live in the past, you can't create the future. Wherever we go, we take our baggage with us. What can we do? That's life. Is it 10 minutes, Rob? I'm coming. So stop complaining. Let go for how you are feeling. Most people don't have a future because they are holding on like the monkey with its hand in the pumpkin. And then I'm going to use the word he used. It's the same shit every day. And he then used the illustration, and it was very crude, of too many people are looking into the toilet. Sorry, I'm saying it exactly as he did. But he was trying to shock, I think, and he did, I think, shock people, that we're holding on to our own, you know what, and it's all a story. So put the past in the past. And then, as all these motivational speakers I've seen in the past, they often use the illustration of the iceberg. So your subconscious mind is only 5%, and the 95%, sorry, your conscious mind is only 5%, and like an iceberg, that's the bit sticking out, but your subconscious is 95%. And we need to start learning to reprogram our subconscious minds. And so we all have beliefs about ourselves, and we need to uninstall our beliefs. And so he believes in repetition as the method that we can use to undo that. And so when we were, the connection came through to me now when I was preparing for today. With Unbroken, he says to us that we must, if I can get my page in front of me, make a declaration. And blow me down, there was Robin Banks, and Drew had put together a declaration for us. It's now on the Saturday group picture. I have sent it to you. And what I have done, I have printed it and I have laminated it, and I'm handing it out to people who are close to me here in Joburg. It goes like this. I am healthy, wealthy, and thriving. Every day my business is rising. My team is number one. Our products are second to none. I empower people to success. I'm here to serve and bless. And we were all dancing and doing this. You have to learn it off by heart, and you have to do actions. Remember, it's body language, and you get your brain programmed. And I thought that was a wonderful way for him to have earned to finish his presentation, and for all of us in that room to have had 2,000 people doing that all together. You can imagine the energy and the power was incredible. And so the business that we are in is all about our minds, and how do we control our minds to keep the fear down, to keep the motivation going, and to keep being focused on what we are here to do. So that has been a very, very, very rapid summary for you on the convention or the summit that we had last weekend. At 1 o'clock today, there is another Zoom with the Durban crowd, who will be then asking people to repeat their main memories. I want to finish off with two things. The first was, I forgot to talk to three things. The third, after Robin Banks, we had a presentation by Connie de Khali, our nutritionist at the company, and she spoke about the botanical balance, and I've been trying to look up the stats that now diabetes is the biggest killer in South Africa. So we as distributors have a huge opportunity to help people. I've had a couple of good testimonials in recent times about the botanical balance. I have started using it myself. We need to get our sugar situation under control, and we can look for an opportunity. So they've now reduced it down to 60 tablets, much more affordable for people. And again, it ties into metabolic health. Thanks, Rob. 5 minutes. The second thing was, I mentioned that lady, Mapita, who was 78. And I'm going, she's 78. I can do this. But the third one was a youngster called Mike. He was at the dinner the night before. We didn't see him there, but he was called up onto the stage towards the end of the whole day. He's about 20 years old. He's still at school or university, and he is in Zambia. No company support, no warehouse. And Mike, in 10 months, and there's always this outlier, and we all go, oh my word. In 10 months, this 20-year-old has changed the future of his own life and his family forever, because he was recognized on the stage as a Sapphire director. So that means he is doing over 10,000 points a month, probably in the region of what we would call 20 to 25,000 Rand. He has built a team. He has got the turnover. So he means he's got one director already in his team. Age 20. He's done the whole, he found his sponsor apparently through WhatsApp. I don't know how that works. Maybe it was also on, maybe it was Facebook, but somehow it's other through social media. And then the relationship obviously between him and his sponsor has been huge, and they've worked together, and he has gone out there. And my guess, and I will look for more information when I can, is that he's probably done it all with Tree NN. The company has a beautiful plan for using Tree NN. 100 points, get yourself with another 6 people who all get another 6, and you get 4,000 points. And it's working. So 3 minutes to go. Housekeeping. I hope that has been interesting and useful for you today. I'm sorry you've all had to just listen to my voice the whole way. But I hope I've given you some of the excitement and the joy of that experience last weekend. Month end is on the 1st of November, which I'm looking at my calendar, will be next Friday. Remember that 80% of the business is always done in the last 20% of the time. Please remember that I haven't shared this yet. There will be a meeting on Monday night from the company on the nutrients range. And Rory and Nola, I'm 100% sure will have the Thursday meeting as usual. And if you have come across any Zimbabweans and you want them to hook into the group that we are starting to build with Zimbabwean team, and we're trying to do it on WhatsApp, a little bit of an experimental time ahead, but please get back to me on your own. And if there are any questions, please put them up on the group. And I will keep sharing stuff with all of you as we go into the new week. Thanks, Rob. It's 1 minute to go. So I'm going to finish it.
Yeah, I just want to share something for me that for me it was a real revelation, this whole thing of an iceberg. And that we think everything is in the brain here, but I like to think that the other 2/3 of it is actually in your stomach. I like to think of your stomach. So often you're faced with a problem at night, you go to sleep and you wake up in the morning and it's solved because your brain has worked it out. There's also about, like when you go out and you want to put energy, besides the emotional energy, it's also about how do I project my energy without any verbal contact to people that you come in contact. Stand in front of them and say, I'd like you to be in my team. And that comes from here. And that's being able to control not your emotion, but your whole emotion in your head, as I see it, in your stomach as well. So to get that whole energy working for you.
It's a journey and it's not always easy, but I'm so grateful to have this opportunity to be able to be working on that part of our lives. Thanks, Murray. Great to see you. Thank you, Murray. We're so pleased that you're here. Thank you, Nkiama. Thank you, Hermine. Thank you, Meryl. And we'll keep talking as the week goes on. Thank you. Have a lovely day.